Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I would normally do a video on things I tried this week and what I thought. But last week I was on a road trip, so I didn't really try anything new. So this week I thought I would do a tag video. I was tagged by a few people, most recently Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom, to do my favorite fall things tag. So I thought I would do that tag. And if you're not familiar with Melanie, I will list her channel below. She has a great channel. She is big into candles and all kinds of beauty, and she's great. Highly recommend you check her out if you don't know her. But let's jump right into the fall tag. And it isn't all beauty. It's a pretty quick tag actually. And it's just a few questions about some of your fall items. So let's jump right in and get started. The first question is, what is your favorite fall candle? So for me, when it comes to candles, here are the rules at my house. My husband is not a big candle guy. He's very sensitive to scents, and he doesn't like a lot of candles burning, to be perfectly honest. So I don't burn a lot of candles. But my favorite candles, especially in the fall winter time, are of course coffee candles. And I recently found one that is amazing. One of my struggles with coffee scented candles is that they're always like a sweet coffee, like a hazelnut coffee or a cafe au lait or a caramel coffee or something like that. They're not just a coffee. But I found a really good just roasted coffee candle, and it is divine. And it is from Buckland Township Candles. It looks like this. It smells really, the scent is just pure, fresh, roasted coffee beans, and it is amazing. You can buy these online at bucklandtownshipcandles.com. They have no idea who I am. They're not that expensive. Oh my gosh, I just, like, when you open it, it smells like coffee. When you burn it, your whole house smells like coffee, which for me is like heaven. I mean, there's nothing better. And it isn't, my husband isn't all that sensitive to it, so I really love this. I will put a link to them. Oh, it says they're from Michigan, so handcrafted in River Rouge, Michigan. So, and I believe I believe the shipping was free on this, and I only bought like 2 candles. And I don't think they were that expensive. I'm pretty sure they were less than, they were like 12 maybe, $12, $13. But I'll put a link to them if you're interested. They had all kinds of scents, but this coffee one, beyond. And anyone who knows me knows I am a coffee fanatic, so love that. Okay, my favorite lip product. So I wore it today. My favorite fall lip stick. And I was trying to think of another one because this was limited edition. You'll have to find it on eBay or something, but honestly, this is my favorite go-to fall lip color, and it is a MAC lipstick in the color Mystical, which they will, I'm sure, re-promote at some point, but it's just a mauve-y, it's a sort of a deep mauve-y rose color. It is what I'm wearing. It's a cream sheen formula. So there it is. Some will say that that's not really fall winter, but for me, I don't like a ton of color, and this gives me more color than, I normally wear in my nudes, and I love it. If I had to pick a second one so that, so that you could get it or whatever, it's another MAC lipstick, and this is a matte, and it's in the color Myrrh, M-E-H-R, and it's very similar to this. It's a little bit lighter, but it's got that mauve-y based, maybe a little more plummy. This is it right here. I wear this a lot. This is like a grown-up, I don't know, I feel really grown up when I wear this. I don't know how else to describe it other than that, but it's just like a, it's got some mauve and rose in it, and it's really pretty. But Mystical is my favorite. But this Myrrh is a beautiful color, great for fall, great for all year, really. Okay, what's next? Sorry, it's on my phone, so I got to keep looking down. Let's see. My favorite blush for fall. I struggled with this one, to be honest with you, but if I had to pick one, it's another MAC item, and it is one of their Pro Longwear blushes, and it is in Blush All Day. And again, this is just I'm wearing this today. This is a really nice neutral rose color with a hint of mauve again. I tend to go really sort of mauve-y in the, so there it is right there. It's not a lot of color, but I tend to wear more color on my lips in the fall, so my blush is typically a little bit more neutral, and I love this one. You can build up the color of this one. I like it because it's very neutral. You can wear this without, you know, a bronzer or contour or anything, and it'll give you a little bit of shape and dimension to your cheek as well, but it looks very, very natural, so I really like it. I have a hard time with some of the deeper ones just because my skin is so fair. I feel like if I use it to where I'm comfortable with it, it looks like I have nothing on, and if I use it to where you can see it, I feel like it's too much. So love that. Again, it's blush all day. Okay, favorite drink. So that's easy. That's going to be coffee for me because I drink coffee year round, but I really love it when the weather turns cooler and that kind of thing. So coffee to me is, you know, my drink of choice. And I don't really change it up in the fall. Like a lot of people love the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. I'm not a fan of that, to be perfectly honest. And it isn't the that I don't like pumpkin or anything, because I do like pumpkin, but I feel like the Starbucks drink tastes very, very synthetic. It doesn't taste to me like real pumpkin. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure Starbucks uses some sort of, you know, syrup that's full of things we probably don't want to be consuming anyway, but it tastes very much fake to me. It doesn't taste like a real pumpkin drink, so I don't care for that. I just drink, you know, straight up coffee. That's how I like it. I know my answers aren't going to be all that interesting. Okay, so next, my favorite clothing item. So when we turn to fall and winter, I love sweatshirts. I am a big sweatshirt person, and my favorite sweatshirts are my Wild Fox sweatshirts. So this is just I love all of them. This is, you know, just one that says Ciao Italia on it. I love these. These are so soft. They drape so nicely. They're not heavy. I don't like a big bulky sweatshirt, but they're not so thin that they're not warm. And these hang really beautifully. The material's really, really soft, and it hangs beautifully. It's a nice quality. Now, I will say about Wild Fox, the Wild Fox sweatshirts, they can be very expensive. I never pay full price for a Wild Fox item, and especially a sweatshirt. But for those of you who don't know, you can get them all the time at Saks Off Fifth, usually for half price. And if you don't have a Saks Off Fifth near you, Saks Off Fifth, the website, is fantastic, and they always have great deals on items, and a lot of times they're really, really inexpensive. And I'm not the kind of person who has the patience to go to a Saks Off Fifth store and go through the racks, but if I'm looking something, I'll go to the website and see if I can find it. And I've gotten really good deals on my Wild Fox sweatshirts there, so I will put a link to any that are available right now, but they always have them in stock. And if they don't have your size, check back every couple weeks because they constantly get new stock. So yeah, my favorite clothing item would be a sweatshirt, and very specifically, I love the Wild Fox sweatshirts. Let's see. Fall movie. So I had to think a little bit about this one. Because one of my favorite movies to watch, and it just sort of, I don't know, brings back memories of a time in my life, I guess, is You've Got Mail. And I think a lot of that was based in the fall. So that would be one of my favorite fall movies. And the other one would be Autumn in New York, which is a sad story, but it's a beautiful story nonetheless. And that one had Richard Gere and Winona Ryder in it, and love story, she's dying, blah, blah, blah. But it was, you know, it's based in New York in the fall, and who doesn't love New York in the fall, right? Okay. My favorite fall show. So for me, I don't watch TV much. I don't really watch. There are very few things I watch on TV. I'm just not really into it. I'd rather read a book, or there's just so many other things that I would be doing rather than watching TV. So I can't really come up with a show that would be my favorite fall show. I don't really have one. If you have any suggestions for me and you want me to watch one, go ahead and put it below. I like to watch some of the cooking shows, and especially when fall comes around and they, you know, do all the spicy or pumpkin-y, squashy, those kind of cooking shows. I love all those. Let's see. Favorite Thanksgiving food. This is another tough one for me because I'm not the biggest fan of a Thanksgiving meal. I don't know, like we ate it once a year and it was fine, but I think if I had to pick my favorite thing, for me it would be cranberry sauce, but very specifically my mother's cranberry sauce recipe, which is very simple. It is fresh cranberries, cooked in water with sugar, just that's it. But they turn like this bright, beautiful pink color. They're still very tart, but they taste very fresh and delicious. And we always made a lot of it. And yes, we ate it with Thanksgiving, but it's fantastic on waffles, on ice cream, put over some goat cheese and then have it on a cracker. So I'm gonna say cranberry sauce, my mother's recipe, which again is very, very simple. It is water, sugar, and fresh cranberries. That is it. Okay, lastly, my favorite costume. We don't dress up very often. My husband and I don't dress up very often, but when I was younger, my sister and I went to a lot of Halloween parties and we dressed up all the time. And I was trying to think of like what I thought the best costume was. My mom, again, was very good at coming up with costumes and figuring out how to make them. And one year, my sister and I went as a pair of dice. And the costumes were really, really good. We had these huge boxes, you know, so we looked like a square, and we stretched red felt over them, and we had, you know, we glued on the dots so it looked like a dice, and, you know, we had suspenders, and, you know, the felt kind of came up to your neck, so you looked like a dice. And I think that was probably one of my favorite costumes that my sister and I ever did together. I haven't dressed up recently. I really haven't, so I would have to go with that one. So that is it for my favorite fall items from this tag. I'm not going to tag anybody, but if you haven't been tagged or if you haven't done this, this is a really fun tag to do. Helps people get to know you. I love hearing about people. It's quick and painless. You don't have to come up with too many answers and that kind of thing. So if you want to do it, do it. Otherwise, if you don't have a YouTube channel, share with us some of your favorite fall items. They could be one of the questions listed here, or anything else that's sort of your favorite thing in the fall time. So that is it for today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.